Okay, see that there when I was painting it? You can barely see it. But I have to cut and polish this bonnet. Now what I do is I'll just get 1500 sand grit. Today I'll go take you through the process of first wash your hose. Wash it really good so that no dirt goes onto the bonnet. A lot of people end up with dirt. Wash my hands really good. Now, I'm using what they call a soft block. Alright, what I do down is I just sand until all this imperfection goes. Because I had a drop of water on here. Can you see it now? Can you see that? Imperfection right there. Let's take until it's all gone. Now you have to use a block for this. You have to, you got no choice. I'm lucky I was able, I think I'll get away without having to respray. Now that looks like it's all gone. Nice flat job. Just excuse me a second, I'll just turn on the lights here to help me out a bit. Now what I do then is I just scrape, and I'll see can you see some imperfections that I'm not too worried about. All the spots are gone. This will polish out real nicely. Right up here too, you make sure you're running water because the dirt's going to come, and if it sticks to your sandpaper, hopefully I won't have to, but also give me an opportunity to show how to cut and polish. Now I'll come up here. Let's move this phone away because I've got to see what I'm doing. Now that I can reach, everything's turned out really nice. This imperfection over here from the drop of water, you can barely see it. I don't want to sand too far. Once you cut and polish, you won't see that. This is perfectly flat. I could put this straight on the car and I wouldn't have to worry about polish. But because of that, I don't want to spray it again. It's just going to take me a day. Polishing doesn't take too long. This is 1500 grit, see it? 1500 grit. Alright. I'll take you to the ins and out of cutting and polish today. Oh, the chicken's here again. Go away, chicken. See, the bonnet sells the car. Second, people see this beautiful bonnet. Make sure you run a lot of water. Any dirt, if it's creaking noise, it means you got dirt underneath. This doesn't need anything really. Just a quick sand. The chicken's annoying today. Not unusual for chickens to be annoying. Now, it's important I get this on because if it rains at night, it really won't harm it. It's a four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drives are designed to be in water and everything. Remember, sand everything flat. When you run this, it's perfectly flat. It's going to get a good shine. I couldn't paint this before when it was on the car. Okay, I don't need to go anymore. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the ins and outs of using a buff. Okay. Stable thing. Wait a minute. Yeah, first thing you want to clean your buff. Just get a screwdriver, or there's also a tool you can buy. Just go like this. Now, have a look at this buff, how it goes. It rotates, watch. It rotates this way. See that? Now, if that comes across that edge, I'll bring this here so I'll make sure you can see it. If that there comes across that edge, you're gonna strip the paint off because it's rotating very fast. It's gonna strip the paint off. Right? Now what I'll do is I'll begin on the guard because it's much easier, and I'm making sure you can all see this because this is where people stuff up the most. All right, there's okay, like this here. This is, I'm gonna buff this area. Now, remember the lines? I've already sanded it with 1500, all right? What I do, I'm experienced, I don't need to do this, but this is for people who don't know how to buff, all right? Now, watch this edge. I need to make sure that you're all seeing this. This is stuff that nobody shows you. All right. As I come here, it's rotating. Now I can buff that, but if I come across here, right, this is rotating very quickly. It'll strip the paint off. So what I'll do here is, you don't have to, I don't normally do it. I'm only doing it as a demonstration. You see there's no pins, no nothing. So what I do then is I put a bit of cutting compound. Don't need a lot, just some people really waste a lot of stuff. Now, I'll clean my buff. Now watch how I'm buffing. Just making sure. What, see how it's rotating? Now you can see the shine coming up. It needs a bit more, but you generally, now right now, if I put this right on the edge, I'm gonna strip the paint. All right, so I'm making sure, downwards it's not gonna do anything, but it's up here. Also, I got the next door. This is rotating this way. It's gonna strip the paint. Because I'm an experienced buffer and I've been doing it for like more than 30 years, I don't normally have to do masking tape, but if you're a beginner, all right, we'll just do this for you. Just to show you, make sure you wash it first. You don't want dirt swirling round and round. Okay, there we go. We get the buff again. That's it, just go. There. still need a bit more. You can generally see the shine coming up. This will probably need a third time. But you can see it's not really that hard. I don't normally do this. This is just for demonstrations. I don't normally put sticky tape here. When you see someone who knows what they're doing, they don't normally do it. But also you shouldn't be buffing in the sun, but it's only, you know, light sun, so that's okay. Now we'll do it again. Watch. Now see, if I come and hit this edge, this is rotating, it's going to strip the paint. Now normally I don't do this. This is only for demonstration, right? Here we go again. See, this here is going over. So it's not going to strip the paint. Here. You can see how nicely that turned out. Oh, that's the post. Okay, now what I'm going to do is work on the bonnet. It's wet. It's actually better when it's wet for you because you get finer particles. What I'll do is I'll just put this down. The chickens has laid an egg. All right, make sure. All right, what we'll do is we'll start with the center. Don't worry about the water. It'll go away on its own. Just because I had to wash it. That's all you need. You don't need a lot. A lot of these people bulk it on. I don't do that. Now again, see how it's rotating? I'm going over the edge. If I go this way, I'm going to strip the paint. Shine is coming through. Just put teeny-weeny bits. Do they need a lot? Some guys go through thousands of dollars of material. One tin of bog does me about 20 cars. It shows you how much people use bog. All right, where's that screwdriver gone? Doesn't matter, I don't think it needs it.